Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your host, Life Pastor Kyle. Welcome to the Journey to a Winning Anyway Life. And I am ready to bless your morning. Good morning, Maria Maria Briscoe. See you there. I am ready for the day. Oh my goodness, it's been a wonderful week. In spite of everything that goes on, you still want to win anyway. So come on in, let someone know that you're on. Let's join together. I see Maria, I see Brittany, I see Tawana, Lottie. Praise the Lord. I see Joanne, God bless you. Now come on in, let's have a good time this morning. There's going to be a good opportunity for some blessings this morning. Good morning, Deja Young. Jesus, y'all are here. Shay, good morning. Carlos, enjoyed you yesterday. Thank you for your wisdom. Man, you're always just on point for that. Mabel, hey there. Minister Tamla Ricks, enjoying your Freedom Weekend. Come on, just come on. Do what you do. Make it a wonderful day. Don't look at what's going on. Don't look at what's been happening. Hello, Andrea Thomas. Y'all like, share, tag someone. Let them know that we're on this morning and let them know this is a morning you want to be on. This is one you don't want to miss. If he says you need to be on this one, this is one you need to be on. So while you're here, I want you to either like it or love it if it's really good for you. And then I want you to share, I want you to tag, I want you to comment. I'm talking fast, but I won't be talking fast the whole time. I must get you this wisdom and this knowledge so you can have it. What's up, Eric Trotman? Taika Lee, our Floridian member, thank you again for traveling and coming, and God showed you that he favored you for coming, not just with us, but on the way back. Mr. Holloway, Geraldine Chauvin, good morning. Keith Young, how you doing, man? Manny Saeed, come on. Naya, early in the morning. Takashi Haynes, come on, man. This is going to be a good one. I want to talk this morning about sharing your wins. Mr. Lester Blunt Jr., how you doing, man? Good to see you. I want to talk about sharing your wins. Dr. Emery Shelvin, shutting down and holding down the house over there, man. I hope everything is well with everybody. I am overjoyed and excited because whenever something is really good, I just pray that a few people would get it. So this morning, I need y'all excitement to let me know that you really got it. It is 24 of you on here. 12 of you have liked it or loved it. If you know you have to run to work or do whatever you have to do, do me a favor. Go ahead and like or love it now. Don't be here and then not let me know that you're here. I want to jump right into my lesson. I don't even want to wait. It's Friday. I don't have a lot on my schedule today. Ain't that a blessing? Hello, Mama Pat. Good to see you. I have a couple of things and some things I'm probably going to do because I want to do, but I don't have a lot on my schedule. I'm still preparing for MDI starts this month. I'm preparing for Monday, 2B1. Oh my goodness. Behind closed doors, the women's version. That's going to be a doozy on Monday night. So make plans to be there at the church at Greater Truth Temple on Monday night at 5118 West Orem at 7 o'clock p.m. Listen, y'all, let's get into it. I want to get you back to a certain level in your life that you can, hello, First Lady, I see you. I want to talk about sharing your wins. And this is going to be kind of a coaching session. I sound excited, but it's excited because I know the information and I know what the facts it can hold and bless your life. Well, Brian, good to see you. You got to understand something in this session of your life, in this season of your life and session. What's up, Dexter? Good to see y'all, man. Got to see y'all in person. Yeah, that's where the power is. You got to, I ain't gonna mess with you. You have to understand that some things, Hill Kendall Davis and Tasha, I see you as well. Let me give you one scripture and we're gonna move from that to giving you some mental capacity breakthroughs. The Bible says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. And so when you decide to speak the words of your testimony, you are preparing yourself a pathway for you to overcome. You got it? And so I want to help you get to that pathway of overcoming. I want to talk about sharing your wins. Because in this season of my life, I'm ignoring, walking past, having short conversations, short answers for people who are complaining and users, or people who just talk about something but not producing anything. Y'all quiet. Talking but not producing anything. Okay, let's shift now. When you have a product in your life, and we all have a product that we can offer to other people, whether it's our Mabel doesn't have anything physical to pick up and pass on, but what Mabel has is her hugs. Now, I'm not saying she's going to sell those, okay? But what I am saying is that when you believe in what you have to offer, then you should share your wins. Tawana, is my music too loud? I don't want to blast out the music. I want to get y'all the content today. When you believe, when you really believe, and you have something that is worth something, then you should share your wins, because there's enough negativity in the world for us to draw from on any day. But we need more people to share their wins. Got it? I really believe I know about 32 amazing individuals. Okay? I know about 32 amazing individuals. But quite a few of them are not sure about their life's product yet. Can we talk? Is that better, Tony Carr? Is that better? Is that better, Naya, on the sound? I really believe that I know some amazing, right now, 32 amazing individuals. Well, I know 19. I'm not sure about the other 10 because I don't know. They didn't like the post. I know 32 amazing individuals, but they're not sure about their life's product. Are y'all following me? And so I need you to understand something. All of us have something to offer. If you didn't have something to offer, you would not be alive in the world. We all have something to offer. And sometimes we just need someone else to underwrite what we have to offer. Got it? Underwriter is a person that validates and lets you know that what you're looking for can be useful in the future and now, and you have enough coverage for what you say you want. Good morning, Bree Piper Allen. And so the problem is not that you don't have anything. You just need somebody that you honor and respect to underwrite it. Let's shift, y'all. Quite a few people want people to underwrite them that have the influence. But the people that have the influence, you don't honor or respect. You just want their underwriting influence. You want them to validate you while you disrespect them. That God don't even let that work that way. So let's go forward now. The problem is a lot of people are not fully mature enough to deal with the underwriting factor. Are we already in here deep? A lot of people are not mature enough to deal with the underwriting factor, because the underwriting factor is a heavy truth. When you're getting insurance and they say, we're going to send it to our underwriter to approve it, if they look at the fact that you are more of a liability than an asset to them, then they won't cover you and tell you to go on. You got it? They'll tell you to go on because we can't cover you. We can't give you a benefit. Okay. In underwriting, it has to be a benefit for the underwriter as well as for the person getting the coverage. And a lot of people now don't understand their own value enough to know if they're offering something or if what they're offering is becoming a liability, because you're always complaining. You see everything negative, you see everything that's wrong, but you don't see anything that's right if it's not comparing to getting you a pat on the shoulder. I'm referring to life and your business. So in life, let me help some people as you share your wins. Hey, Aaron Fleeks, don't advertise if what you have is mediocre and you can't handle real criticism. Because if you advertise and people of a different standard require your services and it's not up to standard and it's subpar, don't be mad when they give you real constructive criticism. That's what an underwriter is for, is to make sure everyone gets a benefit out of the negotiation. So here's what you have to do. This is for the people who really care in life. The 35 of you on here, only 21 of you have liked or love it. Can you like or love the post so we'll know you're here? So here's the thing you have to do. You have to become clear of your life's vision. You got it? Type the word clear. Just type the word clear. Have to become clear of your life's vision. Clear. Yeah, you have to become clear. And clear means you have to understand what it's all about. I see you, Takashi Haynes. See you, Mabel. Mama Brent, I see you. Watch this, Keith. You're going to love this. When God gives you a dream, I'm not going to preach at all, y'all. I'm just giving y'all some clarity. When God gives you, watch this now. Hello, Eula Lee. When God gives you a dream, that's why people should pick. Okay. He gives you the confidence in potential form or seed form. because God would not be a God of justice or balance if he gave you a dream or a life vision that you didn't have confidence to bring forth. So he gives you the dream or the vision for your life with the confidence in potential or in seed form. And you have to develop your seed to match your vision, your potential. You have to develop your potential and confidence to match your vision. Don't ask God to increase you if when he does, you are afraid to give what he gave you for increase. Hey, Misha Kelly, let me explain. Don't pray and ask God for increase and pray and tell God you need more and pray and tell God to increase your life and pray and tell God. I'm not preaching y'all at all. I promise. I'm giving you coach information. I'm coming. Don't pray and ask God for increase and pray and ask God for all these things. And I want you to increase my life and increase my family and increase my money. And then God gives you what it takes or who it takes to develop your confidence to do it. And then you reject and debate and get mad and fuss at who he sends. And you want him to give you more, but then you don't have the confidence. Good morning, Tisa Carr. You're on your way out of here. Good morning, Stephanie. And then you reject who and what he sends. Good morning, Shonda. To help with your confidence. You know, God gives you a product, you won't give the product out. God gives you a sermon, you won't give the sermon out. God gives you wisdom, you won't give the wisdom out, but you keep asking God for increase. That is not how God works. God will increase, he'll develop your confidence. And if you don't have the confidence, he'll give you a person to toughen up your skin so you can be ready to give out what it is you have to give out. Because when you do give it out, you're going to get real constructive criticism from people who are above the level where you are. And if you don't think that anybody is above you, that's your first problem. And that's why you don't have the confidence, because you are afraid of the constructive criticism. It's not confidence you don't have. It's the lack of confidence that you have. You got it? And so when you give the dream, God gives you the confidence in potential form. So whenever God increases you, he gives you the confidence to do whatever it is in seed form. So again, don't ask God to increase you. Ask him to increase your confidence. If you're afraid, ask God to increase your confidence. If you're nervous, ask God to increase your confidence. If you're not sure, ask God to increase your confidence. Watch this. If you think you are a perfectionist and it's not ready yet, that's not it. The fact is, you don't trust God yet. You trust a little bit, but you don't trust God yet. Because if God said do it, then why are you procrastinating? Because the procrastination is the cousin of consistency. It's the enemy and the cousin of consistency. The enemy wants you to procrastinate so you'll never get done what it is you should get done because you've already asked God for it. I got to move. So don't ask God to increase your money. Ask God to increase your confidence on what it is he's already given you. You got it? So what God will do is God will give you the life vision, whatever it is for your life, whatever you do, he'll give you the life vision. And then God will give you let you expose the confidence he's already given you to match it. And then he gives you the vision, because he only gives vision to committed people. He does not give vision to slackers. He does not give vision to procrastinators. He does not give vision to unbelievers because they don't believe it's him anyway. So God gives vision to committed people. Watch this now. Then he surrounds you with committed people. And you have to be able to tell what place those people that are committed goes in your life. Whether they are the pullers, whether they are the pushers, whether they are the encouragers. And sometimes you got to find out that there are weeds in the middle of the people. And the enemy sends committed people that are committed to drain your faith, that are committed to discourage you, that are committed to distract you. Well, how you know they're committed to discourage you? Because when they come, if you feel like they drain you, a lot of times you think people drain you because you can't handle real constructive criticism. And so when they criticize you, it's frustrating because instead of you receiving from them to understand that the constructive criticism literally is a compliment. This for mature, but I should have put a hyphen on it, for mature believers only. Constructive criticism is literally a compliment from somebody who sees great potential in you that you've not yet reached. But if you think everything that's constructive criticism is a debate, or if you think it is frustration, or if you think it's draining because you are resisting the compliment. I gotta go. I'm leaving, Carlos. I'm leaving. So listen. So you have to use all that you have to build confidence through your wins. So sometimes hey, Crystal, you have to ignore where you lost and enjoy your wins. I'm going to kill the music for a little while, just for my fun. You have to ignore where you've lost and kill the wins. Yeah, you have to ignore where you've lost, and share your wins. Kill the wins and share your wins. Kill your losses and share your wins. I'm sorry, I got excited. I'm totally excited. I'm totally stoked on where I am. I promise. Because if you begin to use your wins to build confidence, it's what you talk about. It's what you tell people about. And if you don't tell it, then you'll begin to procrastinate on saying anything. Here we come, Stephanie. It's going to be a good one. If you don't build yourself with your wins, then you're procrastinating. Y'all ready? By asking God to give you more when he's already given you the access keys, but you didn't have the confidence to walk through the door. You have the key, but you won't walk through the door. Come on. He gave you access. He gave you people. He gave you things. He gave you, and the problem is sometimes things are different and we don't know how to handle difference. You won't walk through the door. So what you have to do is you have to honestly come on, First Lady. You have to honestly evaluate your motive. Because the only time that we procrastinate on something God says do is when we have prejudged ourselves by other people, or we're comparing ourselves to other people, and we don't think we're ready because we're not where they are. Did I help somebody? If I helped you, say yes. Just say yes. We don't pursue what it is we desire because we're not where someone else is. We don't go through the door because we feel we won't get the result they get. Well, here's the deal. While I see Tisa, I see Manny, listen, while you are trying to perfect something that God has already given you for a life vision or a life goal, while you're working on it, someone else that's not as perfect as you already has 5 clients that you could have had, but because God can't wait on you, then your procrastination has you on the other side of the door with a key. Okay. I'm trying to help, see if I can help somebody. So here we are. So once you honestly evaluate your motive, your why, then answer, here's the question. Y'all ready? We're going to coaching now. When you get a little confidence, see, that's the difference in arrogance and confidence. And once you get arrogance, but your confidence is low, then you'll argue with people that God sent to help you. You'll fuss with people who God sent to help you instead of listening to it. The question is, if you're going to share your wins and not your worry. Because once you get aggravated, we hear where you're worried. And we know then that you're not resting in your wins. So here's where your work comes in, Geraldine. You have to honestly evaluate your motive. And then when you evaluate your motive, you then have to answer, why should people choose me over everyone else in the world? Whatever your life vision is and what you have to offer, even if you don't have anything in your hand, for relationships, I'm lonely, well, tell me, why should people choose you over everyone else in the world? This is what these talks build confidence. And most people can't answer these questions. They answer them out of arrogance, and they answer them out of what they do, not who they are. I know what you can do. And most of the time, if we average what you can do, there's probably 10 to 1 that can do what you do. And out of 10 to 1, every 3 or 4 can do it better if we average what you do. Answer the question. Why should people choose you over everyone else in the whole world? Why should they choose you over everyone else in Texas? Why should they choose you over everyone else in Houston? Why should they choose you over everyone else in your neighborhood? Why should they choose you? Here's the next question. These are your questions you have to answer. Why should people want me in their life? I know why people should want me in their life. And it only sounds arrogant to insecure people who don't know who they are. Why should people want me in their life? Then I have to also tell myself why some people don't want me in their life. And I can't blame them. It's because of how they see me. It's not who they see, it's how they see me. Let me tell you. It's because of how they see me. I can't tell you. Here's the answer, that if this is not your answer, then you're on a struggle. The reason why people should choose me over everyone else in the world, the reason why I seem arrogant, but I'm just confident, because I know what my life vision is, Maria Matthews Briscoe. Here it is. Because the authentic deposit in me, you can't get anywhere else. There's nowhere else you can get me. I don't care if you dress like me, look like me, talk like me, doesn't matter. You can't get the authentic deposit. What you will get is a good copy or a good replica of an amazing authentic piece. But no one can get the authentic deposit that I have. No one can make it plain. No one. I get into that. Because once you know who you really are and you understand the authenticity of the deposit of what your life brings to people, then you will never be intimidated by anyone else again. Whenever you are intimidated, it's because you're not walking in your confidence. You're trying to fit into theirs. My God, that was good. Whenever you are intimidated, it's because you're not walking in your life's vision. You're not walking in your confidence. You're trying to fit into theirs. And you have to have enough God confidence in yourself before you can make a believer out of me to believe in you. Say it again. You have to have enough confidence in you to sell you to me. You can't make me believe in you when you don't believe in you. You have to know your life's calling. I'm having a good time. This is really good this morning. I'm helping myself. Dr. Eric Mosley, good to see you the other day, man. Hey, I call her cousin now. My classmate from everywhere. Rhonda Duracell, good to see you. Listen, you have to have enough confidence in yourself before you make a believer out of me. You have to know what you're called to do in your life. What is your calling? Let's talk about it real quickly. Your calling is the thing that you can't get away from. Okay, here's Tisa. What she say? She preaching. Whenever you're intimidated, it's because you're not walking in your confidence. You're trying to walk in theirs. Yeah, you're trying to walk in some. Come on. I guess I hit you in the gut at the airport, right? Yep, bam, right there. You're trying to walk in what someone else says, what someone else does, what someone else can do. That's not my level of confidence yet. I'm confident in who I am now. And so if you can't accept me for who I am, and you have to be careful, Tisa. I'm talking to you and a few others. You got to be careful, because when you do that, you end up taking on, when you try to walk in someone else's confidence. She said, yep, hit in the gut in the airport. Don't cry in the airplane. It's okay. Get it out while you doing what you're doing. Let me be quiet now while you're going around the corner. Good morning, Raquel. Is that a pop the bottle? Be careful trying to sit in other people or in another person's level of confidence. Because what tends to happen is you tend to take on the negative traits of their life because you can't take on the positive ones because they're only God-given. And you have to have confidence to do it. So when it's like wearing somebody else's clothes, they may look good on you, but they look great on them. She said, got you, Raquel. Okay. It's like I was taking some suits to Miss Daniette for the prom guys, and I was very leery because a couple of them were custom suits. They were custom, and I didn't have a problem giving them something that I really love, that I created. It's a design by Alec, really, but inside it had my name, and it may fit them well, and they may look good, but at the end of the day, it's made for me. It wasn't made for them. Now I'm gonna help somebody. Some of y'all are wearing things in your life that's been altered. And as it goes back that comparison, you think because you got it altered that it fits you. You got it altered so it's no longer authentic. It's like when you buy a car, it loses value when you go get pieces that are not supposed to be on it. When you go get pieces that are not supposed to be on it. Hey, Carmen Vargas, good to see you. When you get pieces and they tell you these are not the original. Out the Allstate, they would say, before you trade this car in, if you bring the original pieces back, then definitely we will have an opportunity to give you a higher value. I say, what is that? This is their word, Jalen. They said, you have a lot of aftermarket pieces. Oh my God, I'm not preaching, y'all, but this is really reality to me. I see a lot of people and they are aftermarket people. What you mean aftermarket? I see people see somebody wear something, they go wear it. Somebody change their hair, they go get a piece of hair. Some of y'all are almost like, what's the man name on the Monsters? What's the man name? What was the big man on the Monsters? He had cuts in his face and all that. What was his name? Herman Monster. He was pieces of everybody else. Different. Y'all don't realize that. He was not original. He's supposed to be in pieces and cut up and all that. Some of y'all are y'all, and you have to stop that and start sharing your wins, your aftermarket. You are a good replica of somebody else. But when you start sharing your wins, there it is, Frankenstein. Yeah, not Herman Monster, Frankenstein. Frankenstein is the one that is pieces of everybody else. And you don't know it, and you think that you are fresh when you are Frankenstein. You have to go back and look at yourself, evaluate your life. Why do I do this? When did I start doing this? And why am I doing it? It cannot be because someone else got accolades for it. So I figured I would do it too. That's not original. Or I can do it better. That's demonic. Okay, I gotta go. I'm in here now. So you gotta share your own wins. Barbara, get to work. You gotta share your own wins. And how do you know? Let's go back then. Let's go back. Let me go back and get it right because I'm running too fast. You have to find out what your life's calling is. You got it? What is your life's calling? Not what someone else's is, your life. The calling that you can't get away from. Here's the deal. Let me encourage you. If you see someone else in there, I'm jumping ahead of myself so far. If you see someone else in their calling and it seems attractive to you, it does not mean that's your calling. Sometimes it means that's the one you're supposed to support until God reveals yours. It does not mean it's your calling. It means I'm supposed to support that one or learn from that one to build the one that I have, not become that one. Your calling is the thing you can't get away from. You can't escape. The thing that wakes you up, the thing that bothers you, the thing you'll do for free, the thing that stays on your mind. Watch this. Your calling is the thing that makes you see what else can be done to help. Watch this. If you are a person that is not operating in your calling, what the enemy will do is make you think that you're hindering his help. And you'll begin to point out everything that's wrong with everybody else. That's because you are not settled in your calling. And so what you do, you spend your time honing in on any and everybody else who's trying to operate in theirs, as if you are the calling police. When you should be settling on what yours is and finding out where you should be seeing a problem And that's what you should be working on and in, instead of pointing out someone else's problem that you don't get involved in. You are being used by the enemy. Watch this. It will sometimes only bother you. Your calling will sometimes only bother you because you're the only one that see it. Am I helping anybody? I'm blessing myself. Sometimes people can't see what you see. Prophetically, I'm totally different. I'm referring to regular people who don't have prophetic insight. I see a lot of stuff. I'm supposed to see it. It's my design, it's my life, it's my blood, it's my calling, it's my gift. But people who can't see it, you're the only one that can see it because God connects you to see it because it's connected to your next win. And if you see it and only identify it, but you do nothing to eradicate it, then you are just the negative person who's telling somebody what's wrong. And you're not doing anything to help make it right. You are part of the problem. You are the hindrance. You're not the help. Help is not you pointing it out. Help does not speak. Help does not hinder. Help has hands. I'll move on with that. Once you identify what your calling is, why you're in life, your life's vision, not church, y'all, just your life's vision. Once you identify your life's vision, got it? Then you should build everything in your life centered around your calling. The problem with us is we put our calling on the shelf while we do what we want to do, and then we want our calling to be effective when we've ignored it while everything else we're doing is what we're doing. And then when you're doing what you're doing, it's in direct opposition against your calling. So when you get your calling is ineffective. I'm speaking from experience. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not preaching. I'm talking to me. But when you build everything around your calling, Sydney, it won't be boring. It won't be dry and drab. What it does, it protects you so well. Let me help somebody why it protects you. So I can help somebody, because the devil will tell you that you're going to, Alicia, the devil will tell you that you're going to get in this calling for your life, your life's vision, whatever you like to do. And it's going to make you focus, and you're going to lose stuff, and you're going to be boring, and you're going to miss stuff. No. If you don't get in your calling, you're going to be acting like you good, and acting like you making money, and acting like you balling, and acting like you sleep good, and acting like you drive good. Because when you aren't in your calling, God is not obligated to take care of you for your own calling. Only the one he's made you for. And the one he's made you for is created. She said the class says yes. The one, watch this. Tell the class, I'm not referring to church and Jesus yet. Now that's a good help. But if God made you for it, then the only thing that accelerates your life is when you get in your calling. I promise you, if you are made to be a book writer and you're trying to play basketball, you're going to get nowhere writing books, especially when your English is bad and you can't spell and you can't do math. You can't explain stuff. Nobody's buying the book. So you're going to be at home writing to nobody. But if you can play basketball and you start playing basketball, you'll end up in a league and then an NBA, and it will accelerate you when you're in your calling. But if you can't play basketball, you can write, you out there shooting the ball and the ball's going to the audience. And when you're on punishment, because you mad at everybody, you threw the ball in the audience, now you're on punishment, while they have you in detention, you're writing a whole book and everybody's loving the book about how I'm going to win with my struggle. Because that's where you're called. And most of you are too immature, I'm going to just be frank right here, immature, insecure, and prideful to sit down with the prophet or the pastor and say, really, what am I called to do? Because it won't take one day, Deja. It won't take one day, Keith. It's going to take time. The coaching team just found out why Pastor charged so much. Because the work is tedious. Because you have to go back and find out what you really like. Not what you have to do to pay your bills. Not how do I pay my bills. 47 of you on here, come on, y'all. But 31 of you liked it. Out of 47, 31 liked it. Can the rest of you hit a love or a like on here, please? Just to let me know that you were here. If you don't mind. If you're kind. And so when you get in the calling, things will flow. Once you identify what your calling is, you should start building everything around your calling to support what it is that's going to push you. So I need to know personally, here we go, Naya, who is attracted to my life's vision. Now, it does not mean I want to be the pastor. Well, in this stead, God only gives one pastor at a time. And if you get carried away and wanting to be the pastor now, you end up in witchcraft. Because what you're saying is, I want you to hurry up and die so I can become the leader. Then you are demonically influenced. And if I think it, I'm gonna pray return to sender with acceleration, which means before I go, you be gone. That's my win. So I had to find out who was attracted to my vision. Now, I know people get sensitive. What about our vision? Let me tell you what happens to your vision. Committed members, sons, daughters, proteges, and mentors and mentees. Watch this. When I find out who's attracted to my vision, then I will know that God has given them a space to grow their vision. It's like a puzzle. There's a frame on the puzzle, but then there are other pieces. And the other pieces have shapes. If you keep shaving off the shapes of the other pieces to make them fit, you're going to end up with a big frame, but no filling, which means the picture will be incomplete. And that's the reason why I say you need to find out who's attracted to your vision. You will need to know, you will know who they are, because the people who are attracted to your vision that are sincere and confident in their own vision will have no need to compete with yours, because they'll know that their piece fits in your vision in their own space, and they will be fulfilled and confident in the space they're called to fill, and never calling themselves into a place to try and compete with the space that you're already in. Okay. Gotta go. Holy Spirit, Geraldine said me. I'm not talking about me, Geraldine. This is just a point I'm making. I'm not referring to me. She's saying me. I guess we'll figure out what the me means in a minute. She's gonna type a whole paragraph. I'll wait to get it in a minute. And so let me know what you're saying, Geraldine. I want to see what that me is. That's good right there, though. So Holy Spirit keeps sending us people for our life vision. Most people want to be seen at church. Or in places of influence. When God sends people, or Holy Spirit sends people for your life vision. I want people who want to be connected to my life. I'm sick of people who only want my money, my travel. That's why now I charge for my wisdom. If you don't think I'm worth charging for, it's okay. That's your thought. But by the time you find out, the price would have increased. I want people for my life vision that I can eat with, talk to, laugh with, cry with, pray with, serve with, preach with. When you start separating people in your life in places you think they should be, make sure you're right in God, because if you're wrong, you're cutting your own foot off. And I don't do surgery. What that mean? God restores. I'm not in the business of restoring or trying. Can we go forward? So Holy Spirit sends people in your life for your life vision. And then we focus on a person's works, and then we ignore their wisdom. Here come Brittany. We focus on what they've done, what we see they can do. How can they, watch this, benefit us? The other side of a purpose is sometimes God calls you to be a benefit to somebody else, and it ain't about you. And if it's always about you, that ain't God. That's you with your ego trying to build you. And we focus on a person's works. Hear what they did, know what they done, and you miss the wisdom. So God sends people to you, you ignore them because you want to control their works. So you cancel their works while canceling their wisdom. Whew, that gets good. You cancel their works while ignoring their wisdom. So you never get a chance to really see yourself as an answer to life's problem. You never see yourself as someone else's answer. See, that's where the devil confuses us. The devil plays that switch game. You get with somebody who needs you, and then you detach yourself to show them that they need you. But you miss the fact that if that was your calling, you don't get to detach yourself. Because your answer is in your attachment. Your answer is in you doing what God says do, not what your feelings got you doing. You have to see yourself as an answer to a life problem. That's what creates value. Value is not in you controlling the situation to get the outcome you want. It's when God grows it to get the outcome for both individuals. Remember, I told you, y'all missed the beginning. Go back and hear the beginning of it. Most of you don't do that. It's okay. I don't place my value in your acceptance, but I do place your next coaching session in your acceptance. What does that mean? If you won't come to Friday, I've already answered it, then you pay. It's either worth it or it's not. That's what creates value. When you understand that you are an answer to life's problems. So then you begin sharing your wins, small or big. You just begin sharing your wins. It gets good because you're sharing them. The more you share, the more confident you are. Where's Tisa? The more you share, the more confident you become. If you don't share, there is no fulfillment of confidence. The more you share, the more confidence you will have in yourself. Can I give you 3 points and we go? I'm going to bless somebody. Here we go. Point number 1. When you share your wins at the right time. Your wins have to be shared, but it has to have the right timing. What do you mean? It means, watch this, Shana Speaks. Stop interjecting yourself in conversation that you wasn't welcome in the beginning. Your wins should be shared when you have the platform, when people are talking to you, or when people ask you. Stop interjecting yourself in other conversations, because what that says is you wasn't a part of the conversation, you don't have a conversation, and you have not put yourself in a place where people desire your conversation. And so you end up talking to people about things that you're not really sure where the conversation came from or where it went, which means you have to be discerning of timing. I'm going to share my win, but I'm going to share it when it's needed. Not sharing my win because I'm insecure and I need attention. You know, people love to share. Let me tell y'all what I did, because you want some attention. But if they're not talking about that, if people are going through situations and struggles, they don't want to hear about you winning. They want to find out if you care about their struggle. So timing and context matters. Are they talking about winning? Are they talking about what you're talking about? Or are you trying to divert all the attention toward you because you have the need to feel needed? I'm helping somebody in the spirit. Share your wins at the right time. That's number 1. Got it? You say, here, I see you. Number 2, relevance is key. When you're sharing your win, I ain't gonna stay long, y'all. Relevance is key. Make sure that what you're sharing is relevant to the proper context. Make sure you're relevant to what they're talking about. Make sure that when you start sharing your wins, that it is in context to blessing and supporting what's already being discussed, and not something you're trying to upstage yourself to make yourself seem as if you're better than what's already being shared. That's not a win, that's a wash. If a win is being shared, then you say, and that's how I thank you for helping me with that. I can use that to be a blessing to myself. I can use that the next time. That builds the person's confidence and yours. But when you say, oh, that was good, but let me tell you about this, that's you trying to upstage somebody. That's a wash. That means they going on, they ain't listening to you, and they ain't really listening to you. They're really not. And when you leave, they go, what was that about? Because it wasn't about what we're talking about. Relevance in the proper context. Number 3, share the lesson you learned through your past losses. That's a win. People, don't tell me what all you've done. Tell me where you messed up so I can avoid where you messed up. Don't make yourself seem as if you got it all together. Share the process of where you messed up and how you got to where it is. Most people who have businesses can tell you what the business does, or what the business does, and what they want to do for you. Those are two failures to me. Because I need to know where you were and where you are. And the problem is, Keith Young, we can tell people where I've been, my struggle, and let them see where I am. Your job is to get them to feel like they need to have the gap in the middle. They need to have the missing piece. How'd you get from here to here? If you can tell them where I was, and then they see where I am, they will ask you, how did you get from there to there? And that's when you offer, Geraldine, your life's vision. For some people, it's a testimony. For some, it's help. For some, it's a seed. For some, it's coaching. For some, it's a sermon. For some, it's God. For some, it's life. But the problem is, most of you cannot fill the gap. You can tell them all about your struggles, and then you can tell them where you are. They want to ask you how you do that. And most of you can't explain how you did it because you didn't do it on your own. You did it being other people. And now you're somewhere and you don't know where you are. So if you can't share wins because you're afraid, then do this. Share your past losses and how you got over them. That's a win. Somebody type, that's a win. Encourage yourself. That's a win. Number four. When you're sharing your wins, be gentle and be gracious. Always express genuine gratitude toward your mentors, toward colleagues, toward friends who supported you, toward anybody who you are around, so you'll be known as being genuine and gracious. You'll be known as being a generous individual. A genuine and gracious becomes out to be generous. You'll be known as that. That's a win. That's what a win is. When you're around people and people know that you care about the time they spend to be a blessing to you. It's when you try and act like you got there on your own that people leave you hung out to dry, and it does not matter to them because you were not a benefit in the underwriting factor. You were a liability. Okay. They could no longer cover you because you are a liability. I can't give you insurance on that. You're a liability. You don't add to the situation. Oh, I know I add. See, addition is not arrogance. Addition is confidence. Because arrogance doesn't add. It takes away from everybody else to make itself feel as if it's good. Oh my God. Number 5, stay humble. It's important that you be proud of your achievements. Got it? It's important that you're proud of your achievements, but you have to maintain your balance in being humble. Watch this. You got to be smart enough to be at a big table and be a big person at a big table with others and build the whole table up. Watch this. Most people, you know what I mean? Most people get to a table and try to bring the attention. If you're at a table with most time 8 people at a banquet or a network, and you try and bring all the attention on you, there's 9 times out of 10, 3 of the people, you don't have their attention, you have their ear, and you're being judged, not listened to. So when you're at the table with people like that, here's where your level of humility pops up and should be well used. Ask others for their point of view, even if you share your win lightly. Can you tell me, I had a situation, blah, 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 blah. How would you handle that? What it does now, it says, I know I'm not the biggest person in the world, and you offer your advice. If I can get 2 or 3 or 4 people to offer me their advice on situation, I've got to win because I've given them value while I've just increased my knowledge. And I'm not at the table telling jokes, because jokes don't make money unless that's what you do for a living. So here's where I'm going to let y'all go. Here we go. This is where you develop confidence. This is where you do it by putting all your trust in God, in the God in you. Here it is. By putting all the trust, I'm going to see my Cash App go off in a minute. I already know. It's okay. Here's how you get confidence. By putting all of your trust in the God in you. Because here's the problem. You believe God for everybody else and you pray and it happens. You pray for them and they get a car. You pray for them and they get blessed. You pray for them, I'm gonna let y'all go. You pray for them and they have a good time. You pray for them and all things are well. You pray for them and it's amazing. And really, truly, Maria, watch this. You believe God can do anything. You trust him to do anything. You just don't believe he can do it through you. That's a lack of confidence. You believe God can do this. You believe God can do that. You've seen him do it. Some of y'all are driving it, living it, eat it. You know he can do it for other people. But then when it comes down to believing God to do it through you, you don't believe he will do it through you. That's a lack of confidence. You need to surround yourself with people that are going to speak confidence. Stop getting around people who have a lot of advertisement but have no product. What you got to do now is fully trust God. I'm closing. This is how you will have. This is the only way you're gonna have a chance to really do it. You got to fully trust God, so God can fix your confidence. Don't ask God to give you no more money. Ask him to increase your confidence so you can use what he already gave you. You can walk through that door. Use the keys he's already given you. And that's when you'll have inspiration. You have a chance to inspire others. Here I come, Geraldine. You have a chance to have inspiration and have impartation while learning the art of communication, using tools to help somebody. That's education. And also while telling people thank you for being there who didn't have to be there. That's appreciation. While creating an invitation to be a part of the wins that you're sharing. So I inspire people. I impart into people what I think they need or what God tells me. Then I try to have communication where I'm listening and not talking as much. And then I use education to give them tools that I have that they can use to be better. And then I appreciate them for allowing me the opportunity to be in their life, and then give them an invitation to be a part of the life goal and vision that I have to make their goal bigger. Not I'm making mine bigger, but if they're called, it's like being called to play a piano at a church. Then when you play, you should be fulfilled. But if while you playing the piano, you want to play the drums, and now you start hating on the drummer, lack of confidence in who you created to be. So this is where I create invitation for people to be a part of the wins that I'm sharing. So I want to create a place for somebody to come be a part of the May, June, and July, or May and June. I'm on to in 2 months. Be a part of it costs. Yes, it costs. Because I have to stretch you to make sure that you don't remain where you are and that you can share your wins with confidence. Look, this is Life Pastor Kyle. I've had a wonderful day. Hope you had a blessed day. 53 minutes. I went way over time, but I think somebody really got it. They're going to leave this day understanding, as I find out who I am, I can set in my confidence. I'm not going to trip any longer. It's going to be a good day. Take care. God bless. We'll see you soon. And remember, no matter what happens in your life, you can win anyway. God bless you. Have a good one. Bye-bye for now.